Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here, with Malik, curators of the Creed Archive. We left Alawism last time at the relationship between Alawism and broader Islam is a source of tension. Today we pick up where we left off. Imagine a faith where the deepest truths are never written down. Alawism is exactly that. Only the initiated truly glimpse the inner workings of this belief system. In the secluded valleys and villages of Syria's coastal mountains, Alawite belief is layered, complex, and fiercely protected. It's a world where oral traditions carry the weight of history, and secrets are passed down through generations. This is not just a religion. It's a way of life, surviving against the tide of time and outside influence.
That's an essential perspective, Aurelius. But we can't overlook the barriers these hidden truths create. The initiated might see themselves as guardians of wisdom, but what about the spiritual hunger of those left outside? Many are searching for meaning, for connection. It's a faith that both elevates and isolates. We need to ask ourselves, how can we bridge that gap? How do we ensure that those yearning for something deeper aren't just left in the shadows?
At its core, Alawism is about devotion to the family of the Prophet Muhammad. We refer to them as the Ial al-Bayt, and they are central figures in this tradition. However, unlike mainstream Islam, Alawism offers an esoteric path that delves deeper into spiritual truths. The relationship with Ali, the Prophet's cousin, isn't just important. It shapes the very foundation of their beliefs. This connection underscores the nuanced layers of faith that often get overlooked in broader discussions.
Ali isn't just a historical leader in Alawism. He's seen as a cosmic pivot in their lives. This view doesn't just elevate him to a divine status. It creates a deep, personal relationship that influences how they see everything around them. It's not just about respect or rituals. It's about an intimate connection that shapes their identity and guides their actions. For many, true meaning is often hidden behind those exoteric forms we sometimes overlook.
Exactly. The Alawite tradition makes a clear distinction between the higher or the outward and the bishin, the inward. This sets up a fascinating duality in how we understand their beliefs. Initiation is essential here. Only a qualified teacher can truly guide followers to that deeper knowledge called marifa. It's important to note that these rituals are seldom shared with outsiders. They guard these practices closely, believing that such knowledge is too profound for uninitiated eyes.
But what does that say about inclusivity? Secrecy often breeds division, and we can see that in many communities today. Sure, some are starting to open up, but plenty still hold tightly to traditional practices that exclude others. It's painful to witness this tension between openness and secrecy. It really reflects a deeper struggle for identity that many people face within the wider Islamic context. It makes you wonder about the human cost of these divides.
True, but we must recognize the historical context. Alawism has endured centuries of scrutiny and misunderstanding. It's classified as a Bijan tradition, which means it interprets Islamic texts in an allegorical way. This unique hermeneutical approach not only sets it apart from other sects, but also reveals a rich tapestry of thought that often gets overlooked. Over the years, many have dismissed Alawism without truly engaging with its complexities. That's a disservice to the depth of this tradition.
Aurelius, while I appreciate the depth of the allegorical interpretations, we have to be careful. They create this hierarchy of knowledge that leaves so many people behind. When only a select few are seen as capable of grasping these deeper meanings, it not only alienates potential followers, but it also risks distorting the heart of our faith. We should be welcoming everyone into the conversation, not making them feel like outsiders struggling to catch up.
Consider Scripture's role in Alawism. Alawites do affirm the Quran, but its function here is quite distinct from other traditions. While public rituals often showcase Quranic recitation, many crucial interpretive writings remain secretive. Scholars sift through fragments, endlessly searching, yet a stable canon continues to elude us. This divergence highlights how religious practices adapt in response to historical contexts, revealing the complexities of belief and authority within a community striving to navigate its identity amidst shifting landscapes.
The fragmented nature of their scriptures tells a deeper story than many realize. Oral teaching remains central to their faith, emphasizing the importance of community and tradition. This dynamic creates a living, breathing faith that resonates with individual experiences. But it also complicates things for scholars trying to understand it. The Alawite community thrives on those personal oral connections, where each story shared strengthens their bonds and keeps their history alive in a way that written texts just can't capture.
And so we arrive at the relationship between Alawism and broader Islam. Over time, Sunni jurists labeled Alawites as heterodox Dua. This historical tension has a lasting impact. Today, we see Alawites navigating these complex waters. Many seek public recognition, wanting their beliefs acknowledged and respected. Others, however, resist this desire for visibility, preferring to maintain a more discreet identity. It's a delicate balance, shaped by centuries of scrutiny and misunderstanding, and one that continues to evolve.
That resistance is really telling. It shows us there's a struggle over identity happening right now. Alawism is unique in its practices and beliefs, but it also shares some elements with Shinni and Sufi movements, which makes things even more complex. The ongoing debates about what it means to belong to this community reveal the deep emotions and personal stories that shape their experiences. It's not just an academic discussion. It's about real people navigating their faith and identity in a changing world.
Ultimately, these complexities reflect a dynamic tradition. Alawism isn't static. It's always evolving. Social change, rising literacy rates, and modern pressures continually reshape its beliefs and practices. We see this in how communities adapt their rituals and interpretations to fit new realities. History teaches us that traditions must be flexible to endure. They respond to the world around them, adjusting in ways that allow them to survive and even thrive in changing times.
That's where we leave it this time. Alawism continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Creed Archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.